Why would God choose a donkey to save the life of a celebrated prophet? Balaam, swollen with pride and powerful words, is eager to set out, ready to trade his gift for silver and gold. But why is he stopped by the very animal he rides every day? What happens when an unseen sword stands in the road, yet only the smallest one can see it? How can a man who claims to glimpse the future be blind to the angel of God standing right in front of him? Stay to the very end, because the moment the donkey begins to speak will shatter human arrogance and reveal what real authority looks like. After years in the wilderness, Israel camps by the Jordan facing Jericho. Tents stretch like a silent sea so vast the ground feels ready to tremble. Desert wind burns the skin and carries dry dust like a warning. These people cannot be stopped. Balak, king of Moab, watches from the heights and feels fear tighten around his heart. He knows Moab's spears cannot easily defeat a nation guarded by a strange, overwhelming power. When fear sinks into bone, Balak reaches for a darker weapon, a curse. He sends messengers with gifts and a promised reward to Balaam, whose reputation chills the air. Those you bless are blessed, and those you curse are cursed. Balak's request is silk over steel. Come, curse these people for me. They are stronger than I am. I am afraid. Balaam listens. He is no nobody. Fame drapes him like a robe of authority, yet beneath it throbs an old wound. Ambition, hunger for wealth, hunger for honor. Moab's invitation feels like a door swinging wide open. Still, he will not decide alone. Stay here tonight, he tells the messengers, and I will see what God says to me. Night falls, silence presses down, smoke lingers in the air, and God comes with a hard, unbending word. You shall not go with them. You shall not curse those people, for they are blessed. Morning comes and Balaam refuses, but Balak will not let go. He sends another delegation more noble, more impressive, promising riches beyond the first offer. Now, the temptation is not only money, it is admiration, status, the intoxicating illusion that Balaam's voice could tilt the fate of an empire. Again, Balaam tells them to wait. That night God says, if the men come to call you, go with them, but you shall speak only what I tell you. At dawn, while mist still clings to the earth, Balaam saddles his familiar donkey and sets out. Dust rises under hooves. The reins tighten in his hand. The road lies quiet and straight, yet something shifts in secret, not in the wilderness, but in the prophet's heart. His mouth knows obedience. His heart still chases glittering promises, and God sees it clearly. Then, in the middle of the dusty road, the angel of the Lord appears, blocking the way, sword drawn, blazing. The light is cold, sharp, as if it slices the very air. But the terror is this: Balaam, famous prophet and confident seer, cannot see him at all. His eyes are veiled by greed and fantasies of power. Only the donkey sees death standing ahead. It jerks, snorts, panics, and veers off into the field to avoid the deadly blade. Balaam explodes in rage. He lashes the donkey, forcing it back toward the path of destruction. They press on until the road narrows between two vineyards, hemmed in by rough stone walls. The sun beats down. The air tastes of crushed leaves. Again, the angel stands there closer now, tighter, blocking everything. The donkey trembles and squeezes against the wall to slip past. Balaam's foot scrapes rock. Pain shoots to the bone. Yet he does not wake. He strikes the innocent animal again and again. He does not understand. All he feels is humiliation, being disgraced by a donkey in front of royal messengers. And when a person fears losing face, blind anger can masquerade as justice. So Balaam beats the donkey again. The third time, the path is so narrow that there is nowhere to turn. Even the wind seems to stop. The air grows heavy, breathless. The angel stands like a wall of death. The donkey shakes, knows it cannot escape, and collapses, kneeling, then dropping flat to the ground. Balaam, blinded by rage, strikes as though he is beating away every delay between himself and reward. And then right in that mad moment, God opens the donkey's mouth. This is not only an animal speaking, it is a crushing warning about spiritual blindness in the very man who claims to see. Between dust and sunlight, between the crack of blows and desperate breathing, a voice breaks out unmistakably clear. "What have I done to you, that you have beaten me these 3 times?" Balaam freezes, yet his anger still burns. "Because you have made a fool of me. If I had a sword in my hand, I would kill you." The donkey answers slowly, like a lifetime of loyalty laid out in one question. "Am I not your donkey, which you have ridden all your life to this day? Have I ever done this to you before?" Balaam's throat tightens. "No." And at that moment, God opens Balaam's eyes. The veil falls away. Reality stands exposed, the angel of the Lord towering before him, sword drawn, shining with a cold light that cannot be negotiated with. Balaam fell face down in the dust. Fame, pride, ambition, everything collapses, suddenly too small to exist before the one who sees the heart. The angel speaks, stern as steel. "Why have you beaten your donkey these 3 times? Behold, I have come out to oppose you, because your way is perverse before me. The donkey saw me and turned aside these 3 times. If she had not turned aside, surely I would have killed you by now and let her live." Balaam shakes with terror. He is no longer the proud prophet with powerful words, only a man stripped bare. He whispers, heavy with late regret, "I have sinned. I did not know you were standing in the road against me. If this displeases you, I will turn back at once." The angel says, "Go with the men, but you shall speak only the words I tell you." So they continue toward Moab. But Balaam's posture has changed. Hooves on hard ground are no longer meaningless. They become a rhythm of warning, the beat of a life spared. Desert wind brushing his robe feels like the hand of the Most High waking him. He goes on, not with arrogance, but with holy fear. Fear of the drawn sword of the one who stopped him. When Balaam arrives, Balak comes out excited, impatient, hungry to turn Balaam's mouth into a weapon against Israel. But Balaam answers with new firmness. "I have come to you, but I have no power to say anything of my own. I can speak only what God puts in my mouth." Balaam has not become more powerful. He has been subdued, made to understand his limits. His words are not a scepter to command heaven. He is only a vessel, and a vessel is valuable only when it submits to the hands of the one who fills it. Balak leads Balaam up to the high places to look down on Israel's camp. Altars are built, offerings are placed. The air thickens with the smell of sacrifice. Smoke coils into the sky like questions without answers. Balak waits for a curse that will make a nation tremble. But after the donkey's warning, you already understand. When God has blessed, no one can reverse it. And when human beings try to use darkness to defeat light, darkness ends up exposing its own face. And listen closely, the miracle isn't that a donkey can talk. The miracle is that God can use the overlooked, an animal, a detour, a delay to protect a man who thinks he's in control. Sometimes the most humiliating interruption is the mercy that keeps you alive. Balak wants magic and Balaam wants payment, but heaven refuses to be hired, and the road to Moab becomes a courtroom where motives are exposed. Right now, next episode, you will witness the shock that breaks Balak's expectations. Balaam opens his mouth to curse, yet what comes out are blessing words that echo beyond Moab, like a prophecy of what God will do for his people. Like and subscribe so you don't miss the next Bible stories.